Today is Monday. It's April 20th, 2020. And today I'm going to read you the book, Follow the Moon Home. A Tale of One Idea, 20 Kids, and 100 Sea Turtles by Philippe, Cousteau, and Deborah, Hopkinson. Illustrated by Meilo. So the vocab words that I pulled from this lovely book are volunteer, which is a person who voluntarily offers himself or herself for a service or undertaking. And right here it says, be the one who makes a difference. She's raising her hand. Volunteer. Spokesperson, a person who speaks for another or for a group. She's a spokesperson for her group. Hatchling, a young bird, reptile, or fish recently emerged from an egg. These are little hatchlings, little birds. And dehydrated. I grabbed more than one definition for that one. Her skin looks dehydrated. To deprive a chemical compound of water or the elements of water. To free fruit, vegetables, etc. from moisture for preservation, dry. To remove water from the body or tissue. To deprive of spirit, force, or meaning. Render less interesting or effectual. Dehydrated. All right. Follow the moon home. And this is with permission from Chronicle books. I always need help finding my way, especially in a new place. Before long, you'll feel right at home, Viv. I wasn't so sure. Class project, community action. Number 1, identify, find a problem to solve. Use your eyes, ask questions. 2, plan, gather information and figure out what to do. Number 3, take action. Put your ideas into action. Number 4, tell the story. Show how you and we can make a difference. Number 5, reflect. Think about what you did and what you might do next. Oh, welcome, Vivian, called Mr. J. You're just in time for the fun. We're looking for a problem to solve. I get out my pencil and bit my lip. I rode my bike all over town looking for a problem. Mostly I just got lost. It says the museum, the town hall, theater, cinema, summer school, community center, library, market hall, music hall. On Saturday, I took Samson and Luna for a run on the beach. Mostly they pulled me. Let's make a gigantic hole, I gasped. Popping down, my big digger and my little digger sprang into action. Suddenly, it was raining sand. Looks like fun, but be sure to fill in that hole, said a man walking by. It's nesting season. I smoothed out the sand and we all went to look. What do holes have to do with turtles? Right here, there's a sign. Pointing to the sign, it says Loggerhead Turtle Nesting Area. Do not disturb. It's because of the babies, said a voice. I whirled to see a girl from school. I'm Clementine, she reminded me. Baby sea turtles need a clear path to the sea. Holes and sandcastles get in their way. I didn't know we had sea turtles here. Samson pulled on the leash. We do. Oh, and look what happened to this baby, cried Clementine. Oof. Why were you going the wrong way, little one? Mr. J told us to use our own eyes. So that night, Mom and I went back to the beach. As darkness fell, we could see bright lights winking on one by one along the shore. That's it, I said. The lights in the beach houses are the problem. Why is that, Mom asked. When baby turtles hatch, they follow the strongest light they see, I explained. So if they head away from the sea, they get dehydrated and die. My heart sank as I stared at the houses. There are so many. How can we ask all these people to turn off their lights? Most of these houses are vacation rentals, Mom said. That means new people come and stay every few days. We'd have to knock on doors every night. Clearly, I needed help to solve this problem, and I knew just how to get it. On Monday morning, Clementine and I raised our hands first. We told the class what we'd learned and observed about loggerhead sea turtles. The sea turtle eggs are starting to hatch, I went on. To save the hatchlings, we need the whole class, the whole town to help. And that's how Lights Out for Loggerheads began. Our classroom became the Loggerhead Lab. First, we gathered lots of information. We read books, we visited an aquarium and a sea turtle hospital. We asked someone from the South Carolina Marine Turtle Conservation Program to speak to our class. We all brainstormed solutions, choosing the best ideas. Then we got to work. We made posters and delivered them all over town. We wrote fact sheets for all the vacation beach houses. Lights out for loggerheads. Let's keep our beaches dark at night. Turn off outside lights and keep curtains closed. Thank you. To pay for printing our flyers and posters, we held a bake sale. Andy, the coffee shop man, donated a whole pan of his famous granola. Happy to help. An editor promised to put my article in the community newspaper. Nice to have a new writer in town, she said. The printer gave us a discount for the loggerheads. Rebecca and Max learned how to spread the word on the internet. Mr. J helped us write a press release. I was on TV as class spokesperson. We invited volunteers from SCOOT, South Carolina United Turtle Enthusiasts, to a town meeting. When the big night arrived, the room was packed. The room buzzed with ideas. We talked about how to make our beach a great place for turtles, how to make nests, run nightly patrols, what to do if hatchlings get in trouble. Do keep beaches dark. Turn off outside lights during nesting season. Do stay clear. Don't disturb nests, adult turtles, or hatchlings. Do get involved. Volunteer. Help protect sea turtles on beaches. Lights Out for Loggerhead campaign. At the end, we decided to form our own volunteer group. People cheered for our class. Mr. J beamed. I'm proud of you all. That was the best night ever. Until on the last evening of summer school, we went on a turtle patrol. Lots of parents came too. Everyone smiled as we watched the lights along the beach go out one by one. We had done it. Suddenly, a movement on the sand caught my eye. Over here, I whispered. We crept closer, careful to stay quiet. A crescent moon shone on the waves. The sea glittered like silver. I made out first one, then two hatchlings. Soon the sand seemed to boil over with life. Tiny turtles, no more than 2 inches long, burst from the nest. We watched, barely daring to breathe. Would they know where to go? Then we were off, scurrying over the sand and into the shimmering sea. We stood together, smiling and silent with wonder. Then, just like the turtles, we followed the moon home. And there is a letter to young activists that I will read. When I was a little boy, I loved to go outside. My grandfather, Jacques Cousteau, was a famous explorer and always challenged me to go out and explore the world. One of my favorite things to do was to visit the beach. My earliest memory of the beach is from a trip my mother took us on to Hawaii. Each day we would go down to the beach and explore the tidal pools. We would sit patiently at the edge of these shallow pools of water, not making a sound, and watch as the small fish, crabs, sea anemones, and sometimes even an octopus would go about their business. It was a fascinating world to watch and instilled me with a love of the ocean. Those experiences as a young boy inspired me to explore and protect the oceans as my life's work. Many years later, I found myself walking along a beach in Florida at night filming a TV show about the ocean. And right there before my eyes, I was able to watch baby sea turtles, first one, then dozens, crawl out of the sand and down toward the ocean. It is one of the most magical experiences of my life and was one of the inspirations for the story in this book. If my grandfather taught me anything, it was to be curious, to ask questions, and to dream. Through my work, I get to meet kids every day who are curious, kids around the world who care about the environment and who want to do something to protect it. Like Viv, they realize that they can't leave it up to grown-ups to solve all the problems. They realize that they have to get up and do something themselves to change the world. And you know what? They do. I see kids protecting animals, changing laws, raising money, and more. Kids around the world do amazing things every day, and so can you. All you have to do is follow Viv's lead and take 5 simple steps. First, explore your community. Look around and identify something you care about. The world just looks different to kids than it does to adults. That's why ideas and solutions that come from you are so powerful, because you see the world differently and often find solutions where adults don't think to look. Then develop a plan to fix whatever problem you've identified. Research it a little bit. Think about the people, places, and animals that are impacted by it and who might want to help you do something about it. Maybe there are conservation groups in your area, or a politician who cares about the environment, or a friend of the family who can help. Next, take action. There are several ways to do this. Maybe organize a community cleanup or do some research with the help of a teacher or mentor that adds to data politicians use to make better laws. Maybe you can raise money through a bake sale or get people to sign a petition. Then think back about what happened because of your work. Keep a notebook about who you talked to and what kinds of actions you took. What lessons did you learn? What mistakes did you make? And how did you fix them? After you have done that, tell your story. Maybe write an article for the school paper or post a story online. But whatever you do, make sure you tell the world about the great things you achieve so you can inspire other kids to do the same. And remember, you are not alone. Great resources exist to help. My organization, Earth Echo International, is all about helping kids like you to change the world. Visit our website at www.earthecho.org and find out how we can help you. Every day, young people are changing the world, making it better. I hope you find your special place to explore and be inspired, just like I did when I was a kid. Then stand up, go out there, and change the world just like Vivian. I believe in you. Philippe. And Philippe is the author, Jacques Cousteau's grandchild. That's really cool. You know, one of the experiences I had in Jamaica, I got to see baby sea turtles going out to sea. And it is life-changing. It absolutely is special. So there's even more. This is a great book. I would highly recommend trying to find it, or recommending your library to get it, or buy it yourself. It's a great investment because there's even more in the back. So my first comprehension question is, what strong light in nature should the sea turtles follow? What do you think? Okay, number 2. What kind of research did Clementine and Vivian do on loggerhead turtles? What kind of research? It said it in there. You might have to go back and look. Number 3, what kind of ideas were discussed at the town meeting? And number 4 is a text-to-self connection. Make that connection. Have you ever identified a problem to solve in your community? And if you haven't, could you? Often I look around and I want to pick up garbage in the city, I want to compost. I want to create gardens. There's so many problems that we can solve, but we have to come together and brainstorm and do it. So see you tomorrow.